This sounds ridiculous! What's up, guys? Today we have a 2021 BMW S1000rr on the dyno. We had some talk, if you will. We had some comments on our one of our last videos where we compared a mail-in ECU flash compared to a custom dyno tune with ECU flash paired together. We had some comments on there, so we figured we'd test another bike with a very common, a very popular mail-in flash, which is the BT Moto or the BrenTune flash. So this one has a stage 1 flash. It does have some mods on this bike, okay? I want to point everything out because, like I said, we want to be very transparent on this channel. We don't want to hide or sugarcoat, boost, take away, anything like that with anything that we're testing. So we want to be very, like I said, we want to be very transparent. So this bike in particular, he has undergone some changes, like I said. So he's got a DID 520 chain and sprocket kit with super light steel sprockets. It is on stock gearing, so the sprocket sizes are the same as the OEM. The chain is just a little bit thinner. That's what doing the 520 kit means. You're going to a thinner, lighter chain with better O-rings inside the chain, so there's less resistance on the actual motor, which should in turn pick up horsepower. That's what changing your chain and sprockets to get that smaller kit, that's what that does. It adds a little bit of horsepower to the bike, better acceleration, etc. He also has a full titanium akrapovic exhaust on this bike, so that is a hell of an upgrade by itself. And on top of that, he's also rocking a Sprint PO8 air filter, which is basically the street version air filter of the Sprint series air filters. It also has the M package on this bike, so the wheels are actually the carbon fiber BMW wheels. So I don't know how much that actually plays into effect of the numbers. We've tested BST wheels on the dyno. On my personal bike, my ZX14R, I've tested that bike with the BST wheels, and honestly, I did not gain any horsepower, but I did pick up ET in my quarter-mile time. So I dropped about 1/10 in my quarter-mile time. So, but again, I personally did not see any boost in the numbers when I dynoed it. It's not to say it doesn't work. I'm just being, again, transparent. So we're gonna get this thing warmed up, and now, again, to be clear, so we don't have the handheld unit that BT sends you, that BrenTune sends you. We don't have the handheld unit today. So what we're gonna do today is we're just going to test the stage 1 flash. We do have graphs up here where we've done a full exhaust on a 2023 BMW S1000rr. We do have those graphs. We have a completely stock exhaust, stock air filter, stock bike. And then we have one where we've done a full exhaust. It was a Brock's Pentacarbon exhaust, but we do have that baseline as well. So what we're gonna do is we're at least gonna show you that, okay? I'm just making this a note, and I'm just telling you, I know it's not this bike. I know there's gonna be some comments about it. It's not this bike. We're gonna test that at a later date and time when we have actually more time to do the testing. So we don't have that information today. However, like I said, we want to supply you with something. This is a stage 1 flash. We want to supply you with some kind of comparison today. And then later on, when we have a little bit more time with this bike, we're going to do a lot more comparisons. We're going to flash it back to stock. We'll actually give it a custom dyno tune, an ECU flash on the dyno, and then we'll compare all the numbers. So you guys get a very, very, very in-depth view as far as the BT Moto versus a custom flash and dyno tune. And again, best bang for your buck, things like that. We want to be very transparent. We want to be upfront with you guys. We want to show you all the raw data. And again, nothing's going to be fluffed up. Nothing's going to be sugar coated. Nothing's going to be given or taken away from anybody. We just want to be transparent. We've already done a few of these as far as the BT Moto, like the stage 1 and stage 2. They do produce crazy numbers. So, you know, again, this is a little throw out for BT. They do provide a really, really good mail-in flash. But again, the proof will be in the pudding today. So, and we'll see what it does today. All right. So here we go. Let's get it warmed up. Let's get started.
They say you ain't about it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers. I don't know, but I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it.
guys, so we just got done running this BMW S1000rr. So again, I just want to reiterate, we do not have this particular bike. We don't have the baseline for this particular bike. We don't have the handheld unit, so we can't put it back to stock and then test the actual stage 1 flash. But what we do have is we do have a BMW S1000rr. It's a 2023 model with a full Brox pentacarbon exhaust that we baseline. We don't have a flash for that bike, but we did baseline it, and I believe, yes, that was the only modification on that particular bike. So no chain and sprocket, no 520 kit, has a stock air filter, etc. So the only thing we're able to really compare is the 2023 BMW S1000 with a full Brox pentacarbon exhaust versus this one with the Bren Stage 1 flash. Okay, I just want you to keep that in mind as we show you these graphs. I at least wanted to give you something to where we can compare the two graphs together, okay? All right, so without further ado, let's check out the graphs. Okay, so let's look at the numbers. The first thing I wanted to point out was this low end power gain. Now, on the BMWs, this is the very common, especially whenever you go with the full exhaust system. You get these here, and I'll highlight this to make it a little easier to see. This is the blue line is the 2023 BMW S1000 with the full Brox exhaust, okay, with no flash, no tuning, nothing. First, we have this big, huge dip here where the air-fueled tanks to 11.7 AFRs, which is insanely rich. And then as we come up to about 6,500 RPM, we go extremely lean all the way, so we go lean from basically 6,500 RPM all the way to about 9,300 RPM. We have a big lean spot. And incongruent to that, if you look here, we have a horrible power band. Now, part of this is air fuel, part of this is throttle. There's a few things in that ECU that are kind of creating this issue here. But Bren does a very good job of fixing that. So look how linear that power band is now. It's a very linear, very straight line. This is going to make a great acceleration. This is going to feel a world of difference. So if we compare the power numbers, we're at 86 wheel compared to 109 wheel. We're targeting about 7,100 RPM. So we have a gain of 23 wheel horsepower just right around in this section, which is massive gains for a stage 1 flash. Very good. Good job, Bren. Honestly, this is a great fix right here for that low end power gain. Even down here at the stab, we have great power gains here, great torque gains, and AFR smooth out. It did take a few passes, but eventually the ECU kind of adapted and it started leaning it out. It was running a little richer than this on our other pools, but again, the ECU compensated. And this is all in the tuning too. They have compensation tables on these new bikes, so we did very well. Let's see, as we're pulling up to the higher power band, we still have power gains. Again, compared to the other bike, we still have good power gains. This is 7 wheel horsepower here at 11,000 RPM. And then even up here at basically near your red line area, we have gains of about, again, we're about 13 wheel horsepower up top, which is substantial. We're running a little rich up top, running around the 12.2, 12.5 range up top at a higher RPM. But again, either way, great power gains, especially for just the stage 1. Now and again, to be fair, he does have a Sprint P08, and we do have a chain and sprocket kit. This is an Akrapovic exhaust system versus the Brox system, so there are differences. Again, we just wanted to show you and give you a general idea as to the differences between the two graphs and the two powers that you're gonna get. Now, this is the stage 1 mail-in flash, and I believe Bren offers up to what, stage 3? So they offer up to a stage 3 flash. I don't know what it all entails. I haven't done that much research on it, admittedly, but again, just wanted to show you guys what we have here and what we're testing today. Okay guys, and like we said in the earlier part of this video, we are going to test this bike further just at a later date and time. We're running out of time. We have a few other bikes to get to, so we need to get the bike off the dyno, but we wanted to give you guys something. What we're gonna do on the next go around with this bike is we're gonna actually have the handheld unit. We're gonna flash it back to stock. We'll test the stage 1 versus the stock mapping with this particular setup. And then what we'll also do is, again, we will do the full ECU flash and custom dyno tuning on this bike, and then we'll compare all those types of numbers. And again, we're only going to compare that stage 1 to a full custom dyno tune. Bren does offer different stages and different packages, so keep that in mind. Again, we're trying to be fair, we're trying to be open, and we're trying to be honest about everything going on here. We're not trying to say like, oh, this is Bren's top-notch work versus a custom dyno tune. We're not doing it like that. We're going to be very open, we're going to be very honest about what we do. That's the goal of the channel, okay? So keep that in mind, guys. Thank you for viewing, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. We appreciate all of you. If you could, leave a comment, tell us what you think down below. Tell us what you think about the Bren Flash. Tell us what you'd see, what you'd like to see us test. And again, tell us what you want to see on future videos, guys. We have a few really cool bikes that we're coming out with, and a few really cool videos that we're coming out with. So stay with the channel, stay with our builds. We got updates on the Landspeed ZX14 that we're about to release, and we also have our shop build, the H2, that we're literally getting parts in today or tomorrow, I believe, for the H2. So that's going to be hitting the dyno soon. We're very excited about that. And we also have our shop bike, the 2016 ZX10rr, that we're doing upgrades to. So, and that one's going to release here soon as well. So stay with us. We love you guys. Thank you for the support. Be safe. See you later.